Been sitting here listening to this song for a little while, and holy shit, I kind of forgot how epic it is. What's up, Titty? How's Titty doing? Alright. Last time we left off, we actually got to Footfall. Wait, there's drops? Seriously? Oh, okay. Lunar Silver Star. I feel like I know that name, but I also don't. Okay. Let's get to it. First off, let's see if there's anything I can scan. Drusus's Blessing. Wait, do I even want to go do that? Rumors. Stolen Stars. Okay, Warden of the Expanse. Contacts. Quests. No bridge belonging to Theodora. Pascal is sure that it can be used to decrypt the discovered databank. Hold on, I'm gonna go talk to Pascal then. Oh, fuck off. Old RPG from the 90s. Oh! I may have seen it then and thought it looked neat. Yeah, literally my Steam wishlist is me just going, oh, this looks cool, this looks neat. You really want is very short. So far it's only the Oblivion remake and give my brain a second, it's getting there. Clair Obscure. Alright, let's see. The reflections of the bridge lights are playing on the unlit vid screens of the cogitator. Next to the machine stands a hunched tech priest who bows as you approach, his body nearly folding in half. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Alright. Place her hand inside the mole. Hey, King Wine, how you doing? The servitor's powerful jaws close around your hand with a screeching clack. You feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly, filling with numerical combinations. The tech priest by the cogitator nods curtly. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside. I wish to know its contents. Without another word, the tech priest turns to the cogitator. He raises his hands, and a prayer of binary code pours out from his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder, its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screens. Rest and shit, blah blah blah. The machine spirit has discovered numerous critical errors. The data is damaged. The tech priest stops abruptly, and the green glow of his visor narrows. Registering an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiava Gamma and Dargonus hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rope trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted databank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valentius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former agency in Prime also could have known. Omnis, I accept his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be the most prudent of a figure as eminent as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secure. How do I accept these keys? Oh, well, there we go. The cogitator's vid screen blinks a bunch of numbers. No, not suppositories, Teddy. What do you mean? Get your mind out of someone's ass. The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House von Valentius by means of an electu, a hypodermic tattoo augment. If you're ready to accept the keys, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Deep within the servitor's dark gullet, unseen, burning hot needles pierce your wrist, but the sharp pain only lasts a moment. The electu that has been planted inside your wrist should be enough to open the repository doors. I need to know more about the caches. Kane's mouth kinky. Oh. What is wrong with you people today? This isn't even me playing Date Everything. That's tomorrow night after It Takes Two. The screen flickers rapidly. The tech priest's augmented fingers dart around the control panel. The Omnisci favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. Restore the data on the cache located on Dargonus. The machine hums louder until it lets out a resounding crackle. Then the sounds stop, and an unmoving numerical combination lights up on the screen. The tech priest's synthesized voice sounds almost concerned. The data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. I'm interested in the cache on Kiava Gamma. But someone has... Hey, Neff. The servo motors within the cogitator pick up the pace, their heavy thrum growing louder. The machine clicks abrasively for several minutes until eventually a numerical code appears on the screen. The tech priest turns to you. Blessed are the Omnisci's deeds. The repository in Kiava Gamma... Jesus fucking Christ, Neff, you son of a bitch! Ah! Thank you, but fuck you! You hoe! Motherfucker. Thank you, I appreciate it. That is going to the movement, the moving fund. Oh, Jesus. You get to... Jesus Christ. Thank you, Neff, I appreciate it, but I hope you take care of yourself first as well. It's a thing for everyone. Anyone who donates, please, for the love of God, first take care of yourself before you do anything. While I appreciate it, I would appreciate you being happy and healthy more. I know you never will, Neff, but I will keep saying it every single time anyway. You. What do you mean, you Teddy? Okay, blessed are the Omnisci's deeds. The repository on Kiava Gamma has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. It's nice to know. Despite what you all think, I do want you all to be happy, healthy, and do take care of yourselves. Would like all of you guys to still be alive and doing well. What mushes is Hey, I'm a warden. It means I gotta take care of people's health as well. Even if it is just yelling at you to take care of yourself. The tech priest bows. Has the tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start her warp engine? The Ancient Seer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest for knowledge in hopes of comprehending the nature of said miracle. May the Omnisci's grace guide him on this journey. Right, let's go. Alright. Ordinance to take care of the prisoners by law, not by choice. What do you mean? Am I supposed to take care of myself with this horny gel straitjacket on? Oh, you guys can literally, do whatever you want. Just don't drill holes in the fucking walls. That's all I'm asking. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Alter Templum Calixtus Extension 17 Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and refusing access to guests on the basis of Adeptus Mechanicus privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Okay. Ash World. Default drill. Yeah, well, there you go. Sure, begin a scan. Let's go. Dead world. Oh, I can't put anything down? Huh. I see the fact that there is, like, resources and drilling that you can do. Like, resource management, so I'm curious about that. Why is there a D20 up there? What's this? Xenotech. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, I can... Oh, for a second I was like, oh, I can scan again. That's the Drusus guys. Which... Okay, those I don't need to worry about now. Okay. Tattered spread. Alright, so I guess we're heading off for Footfall then. I like the fact that the sun is animated. You can see the sun rays and everything. Sun flares. Okay, so we can't go anywhere else. This is cool. This is legitimately actually cool. Void Dock Alpha. Yep, we got our... Oh, okay. Get to it then. Alright, let's see if there's more. Nope, no voice. No voices. Your ladyship, forgive me for not welcoming with the appropriate obeisance. Whatever. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, and so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. I'm here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladame Tokara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. Idira jerks her head, checks it, and hisses through her teeth. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. I would like to take a look around the station first. Of course, your ladyship, please follow. She doesn't get to finish.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome?
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
That's a thing. That didn't take very long.
Let's get to it.
Finished off my coffee.
Hold on.
That's quite a few of you.
A dance of blades and shadows. I shall not fail. The shadows will sully. Brings me
Jesus.
no pleasure.
She is a menace to society. Holy crap.
I can handle this.
Bloodstained Amelia. Really? Huh. Okay.
My tactics are flawless. You didn't stand a chance.
I got it. Collateral at the back. Oh, that is awesome. That is very nice. Ah, crap. I should have done boosts, but it's fine.
Out of my way. Let's make it quick.
Anyone see that?
Oh, well, that actually did something to her. Okay.
I will do my duty.
Explorers know one route. Forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Oh, I have to remember how to play this game again.
Request approved.
It's been a while.
I'll do it. I bring mercy and retribution.
Okay, there's still people over there. That's fine.
Come, the other side awaits. As honor ordains. I will leave footprints of scarlet. Trust me, death is a blessing.
Jesus. Fucking menace to society, that's what you are. Holy fuck, woman.
For now. I shall not spear. Nothing I can't do.
How did that happen? Oh, well, it fucking happened.
Let's get to it.
Enjoy your luck
Let's
while
get
you
to
still
it.
draw breath.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Indeed.
And those guys are tanky.
The Omnissiah condemns you.
Okay, they're out of the way.
Rejoice in battle!
Hold on.
Come, the other side awaits.
Don't touch me.
Now you're scared?
Look out.
You're a very strange one, you know that? Did he even reach that far?
Not a
That
problem
should,
for me.
for him at least. One less to deal with.
No can do. I know what is to come.
Can I reach that far now? Yes, I can.
Be gone.
Okay, that one is dead.
I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
Unfortunately, I can only go so far, but it's fine.
Request approved.
I am your blade and shield.
She do be getting her ass beat.
I would that I could. I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
Done. Oh, that was quite the welcome to Footfall. The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in her eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed... Every time I warn them, and then they all go... Dear Emperor, Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Adira spits on the ground and wins. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often. Unless it's Danvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Go and report this to the liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your ladyship. I'll just go report to the liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. Well, that happened. Ooh, what does she have on her body that I can yoink? That's a lot of guns and chainswords. Oh, that looks unique. Combat shotgun. Not much else. Everything looks pretty normal. Pretty standard. Grab that. Go grab that. Goods. Sure, collect them. Alright, so guess who's gonna spend majority of their time on the running around on this floor picking up crap? You guessed it. Oh, how do we get over there? Huh. I kind of want that now. We'll figure out the code yet.
Follow my lead.
Servitor, Engineer, Opticon 22. Who the heck are you? The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. That's a word I haven't seen before. Initiating identification process. This unit is defined as Logos Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative, or structural part of the Cognizance fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade, deals, donations. Initiating official greeting, a recruiting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glorious success to House von Valencius. A Beneric aria begins to flow from the scratched vox attached to the tech priest's chest. Requesting information exchange regarding constructural obligation, Logisticar Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of Beneric signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. Ah. Seek the friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested and considers expeditious cooperation with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the von Valencius dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. A Cognizance fleet will be glad or alternative unavailable to accept any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane xenotech, miscellaneous items, reminders, storage, study, and or disposal of the aforementioned objects with the exception of number 3. Miscellaneous items is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Jesus Christ, all of this is a fucking mouthful. Holy crap. Woo! Welcome, people, to me reading essentially an entire game. The Explorator fleet will also accept information about planets in the Cronus Expanse that have previously been recorded on the Planetary Register. What is Logistica Theta? Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.76 Terran years ago, the Explorator Cognizance fleet received from representatives authorized units of the Valentius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers. Whew, that's a sentence. That's story time with Artie. People, for some reason, really like it when I read them things. Received it and then didn't pay, compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal offering from the Cognizance fleet can be made to Von Valencia's assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled or archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of the payment or reciprocal offering. Waited 30 years to pay up? Execution of payment or reciprocal offering is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron, 14.905 Terran years after the initial transaction. The asset allocation process concluded 2.663 Terran years later. Transportation of assets to the Verbunda system took 16.862 Terran years. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran years. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Empyrean, you may never have had to pay at all. You would have turned to dust before you made it there and back. Warhammer 40k makes for a great bedtime story. Hey, Kaiser. You're saying that my dynasty has had an extensive business dealings with you? The statement is true. The Cognizance fleet concluded 12.1292 contractual obligations with the Von Valencia's dynasty. It's so much more easier to read than just saying 1292. Don't add me. As represented, led, administered by the counterparty identified as Theodora von Valencius. The most substantial was Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagos Cubus Delphum, Data Usher of the Sevenfold Hallowed Workshop of the Sacred World of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kiava Gamma to perform the duties of minister as its fabricator censor. Jesus, these sentences. There is no fucking breaks there. The services of such a highly enlightened, enhanced, authorized servant were recompensed via the offering of paid for with a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Kiava Gamma facilities. Dealing with this man's with sentence structure. That is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kiava Gamma Hall. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractions, Astra Processing Complexes. In the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligation, each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed by his beneficence, which has bestowed upon those complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. Well, we could take the promethium, or we can just say, nah, you know what, keep it as a sign of future business. You know what? I'm not sure that they would see it that way, so I confirm I'm willing to accept the payment. Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm not sure they would understand that part, considering most of their humane parts have been removed, and they don't feel the same way about transactions as normal humans would. So I confirm I'm willing to accept the payment. The request is accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded onto the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation Logistica Theta is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House Von Valencius for its cooperation. I want to make a trade deal. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. There is so much crap I could give you. Also in here, there's so much shit I can give you in here. And that. And that. Wait, what? No. No, 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 no. That's not what I wanted. Oh, fuck me sideways and call me Sally. Just take the one sword I didn't want it to take. Oh, no, I didn't. And that can go. That can go. I'm keeping that for now because I don't know if someone can actually use it. Same with the knife. That can go. We'll keep that. Life-draining sword. I'm not sure if there's anyone that would be able to use. I wish it would stop moving shit because that just gave me a fucking heart attack. Okay, all the pistols can go. I'm gonna keep that. That can go, that can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. Armor! That can stay because I might still tack that onto someone. Same with some of these, though all of those can get fucked. That can also get fucked. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll keep those. And these I'll keep just because why not? Alright, let's see what we get out of this. You get 18 points. Lovely. Word heals. These gloves parry melee attacks with their ranged weapon using a ballistic skill instead of... Interesting idea, but no. Weber. 200 ranged weapon, light exotic. Must pass an agility resistance test or become immobilized for 1 round. Ooh, that might actually be cool. Just weak. Very weak. So I'm not gonna bother with that. But we got rid of a lot of shit.
Victory awaits.
We could probably ask him other things. Like information and so on, but I think that is fine. You don't need to worry about that. How big is this floor? Oh, lordy. That's big. Oh, there's something over there. Let's see. Marker. Aristocrat. Guard. Finest wines from Janus. Servitor. Oh, well, there we go.
I rise to the
First
occasion.
glance, these look like standard containers, but the frames have been reinforced and are sealing improved to keep the smell in. Okay, I couldn't finish that, but it's fine. Amber Thug. Pick up those.
Alpha Row, the best dock on Footfall. It is clean, well equipped, and caters to a higher class of traveler. By local standards, that is.
I was about to say, you sure about that?
A very polite way of saying a filthy hole that's slightly less filthy than the rest, Seneschal.
Excellence matters.
The container is labeled Destination Janus. It is covered in dust and must have spent a long time on the docks. That's no lie, apparently. Alright, Ragman? Who the heck are you? Oh, back to where we found it. I want to accept it. I don't even ask. Huh. Okay. Okay, so somewhere... There we go. Give me the goods. Rank 5, Functionary Alangar Kistorus. Bureaucrat, Arbiter, Bureaucrats. Orbetio Cavalli. A check in order to come through from the leash. Oh, well, we don't need to worry about signing in, apparently. Just go straight on through. Very nice. Makes our lives easier.
None
Last
shall stand
of the
in
little
my
goods
way.
that we can take.
Done.
Smolder, the central spot, just as the sign from the neighboring collects the sectors. Ah, I can't read fast enough. Life of Century says volume 3. Snag them goods. Yeah,
I rise
commerce.
to the occasion.
It says, but it's empty, and by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while. Yeah, that sounds someone slightly. Okay, so
I'll lay claim to the stars.
let's go to the rest of Footfall then. Shadow quarters. How's everyone doing? Hope you all been doing good, taking care of yourselves. Oh, this is going to be an even bigger place, ain't it? Yep, it is. It's one way to add a fan into a floor. Just do it after the fact.
Breathing, full of poison and disease, masquerading as prayer.
For one such as you, the most sincere prayer would be poison.
Jesus. Alright, Argenta. Dear, please. Don't be little kittens about this. Put away them clothes. You got other things to focus on. All on the same team, you little fuckers. Even if you would sooner rather murder each other. I have even no clue where I'm heading. I'm
I
just
won't
walking
tolerate
around.
weakness.
Oh, well. Dang it, I thought that scene was longer so I could eat. Fuck. Well, you know what? Why not? Let's go interfere. Could be fun.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Spare none of them!
Doubt is for the weak.
Cover me!
Okay. Better watch out.
On it.
Let's get to it! Show me what you've got!
A tactically sound approach. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Okay.
Trust me.
You could do worse, but not by much.
The other side
Who
will
even
wait.
taught you to fight like this?
Well, at least I can think of it this way. That one's out of the way. That's not far enough.
I'm here, maggot. Time to slaughter
Did they just stun their own man?
Martyrdom is a reward.
Exactly what I didn't want to happen.
The scriptural prognosis insignificant value.
Let's make it quick. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Okay, well, it's their turn. I
Let's
can
get
munch.
to it. Hold on. Out of my way.
My prescience has failed me.
Yeah. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Oof. That is so much fucking fire.
I'll do it.
Strike is a prayer.
High momentum.
Show me what you've got. Oh, this will leave a scar.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
I will not die in dishonor. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Would be nice if I could move closer. I can't.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Maggot.
Ugh, my ears are ringing.
Weak yet iron knows no pain. Successfully terminated. Running binaric override.
Get them out of the fire.
All too easy.
And that's a nice clean shot on that.
Insignificant value.
Just a minor setback.
Time to slaughter
Relics are failing.
As the Emperor commands. Eradicated.
Anything else?
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Death comes in silence. Let your soul be purged. As the
Lock in
tenets
our ranks.
demand.
Nothing I can't do. Ah! Another clean strike.
Okay, at least he's getting his ass fucked. The abilities that the character has is
Guided by faith.
pretty nutty, if I'm gonna be honest. Pretty fucking nutty.
I'll do it.
Like, she do be one hell of a powerful lady.
Was that you?
Like, even the general, things that your character can do. Ugh. Not gonna bother much, but I'm gonna toss a grenade. Because why not?
Indeed.
As honor ordains. Trust me.
Suits my purpose. Opposing you
And
was
done.
your biggest mistake.
The class is actually really nice. I have an alternate playthrough, which unfortunately I haven't touched in a little while, where I am using the class. And it is fucking nutty. Just putting it out there. Like, you can heal yourself pretty much as long as you're just straight up dealing damage. But it also does mean some of their abilities hurt them too. But still, it's pretty cool. Okay,
A new challenge.
let's continue our exploration, I suppose. We do savey savey.
The machine god grants me insight.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Hey, there we go. Using grenade. Ooh. It's actually kind of neat. I might have to see who I can duck that on. I remember we need to go to some sort of a bar at some point. Primitive washing machines and noises of laundry workers. Wastewater and service drinking after purification now being used for laundering. I guess that's one way of doing it. Fish. That's a whole ass mess of people. Exterminator. Oh, rats. So many ratatales. Let's go this way around.
I did fine.
Iptus Administratum.
Follow my lead.
Martyr's Endurance? What the heck is that? A void ship adapted for living space from inside the building that passes numerous ones. I'm guessing this is the one that we need to beat at. I'm saving just in case. Because I actually really don't remember what the old man said. It's been so long.
My success.
Nice little spot. It's good to see folks enjoying themselves. Even the air in here feels nicer to breathe.
An entire establishment dedicated to unproductive and parasitical pursuits. A waste
Wow, that's one way to put it.
Operation successful.
Just as he ordained.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
For a day. And you're gonna see me quick save a lot. Because I'm a save scummer. The flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up do you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow. Stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be someone usually actually wishes to keep me company? Allow me to introduce myself. Gurde Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Gurde sighs heavily. Well, here I go again, pouring my heart out to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. But alright. Here is the story of Gorde Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my greatest passion, the history of Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art. Then, once I had inherited my family's fortune, I traveled and documented the development of architectural thought in different worlds. Until one day, that accursed and blessed day, till one day I came into possession of something quite special. Gorde pulls what looks like a book or an album from with a homemade leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and the binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne's Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago in the times of Footfall's construction. Alright, let's keep listening. Footfall's founder, Lord Parsimus, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. This booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses, the archivolts of the exterior arches. Jesus, my eyes. For a second, my entire mind just blurred there. The elegant arrangement of balusters. And the interior. Polyphorus 10 stories tall and more than a kilometer long. My brain is literally trying to conjure the image and I'm like, yeah, knowing the Warhammer universe, those are huge ass buildings, but sounds about normal for this universe. Sounds very much normal. Cyclopean light tubes that catch the light of Furibundus and use it to brighten the holes in the hearts of the asteroids, stained glass windows and mosaics, bas reliefs and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Gorde stands up and starts tracing the outlines of arches and galleries with his hand. Idira blinks sleepily, barely suppresses a yawn, and starts looking around with a bored expression. Let's keep listening. Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back onto his seat. I apologize. I got carried away. But you must understand how deep an impression this booklet left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station. And of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. It is no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship after another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction or for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years. Jesus Christ, how old are you? In real space-time, of course. For me it was less than that, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 35. And then after all those years, having spent all my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump in place of the exquisite portico. Metal anthills clinging to the columns, the marble tiles perforated by paupers to use as cladding for their hovels. Gorde hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It is like stumbling upon the horrible decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. Argenta's gaze darkens. The warp, like a shameless thief, is guilty of stealing the short span allotted to his servants. What sense is there in spending half your life on such an enterprise, only to then lose your spirit and waste the remaining half on nothing at all? But you're an architectural historian. Is what happened to Footfall not part of its history? Gorda strokes his goatee and thought, yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. It'd be curious to observe if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying it as a new style of architecture, or if it still remains a local oddity. My word, you certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. Be that as it may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Of the dozens of years I've spent on Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. Poor bastard. Kind of feel for him. I'm as poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as a token of my appreciation. After studying the booklet thoroughly, I discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout its passages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. What if these riddles lead to something, a wondrous discovery? I would gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Have you not tried to make this wondrous discovery for yourself? I have, of course, but I'm an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to find. Fair enough. Tell me about the places these riddles lead to. The first location from the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void toward the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all these years, it is there somewhere. The second location is the Lantern of the Great Cathedral. Lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The old atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The Liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what was meant to be naught but a single room. The Great Cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger. But alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Drusus the Warrior. And that's all I know. I wish you luck in your search. Stagnera, I must take my leave. Good luck to you. Fascinating. Very, very, very fascinating. Eh. Oh, apparently there are drops. I just got the message that, drops are eligible. Eh, thanks. Oh my god. Broken ribs. Crippled leg. Sorry, Pascal. We'll figure it out one way or another.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Emma sick. Okay, well.
It's about time.
Snag those. I still think there is someone that I'm supposed to meet here, though, at some point. Can I go in here? Well, there is a door, so... Let's see where this leads to. There's stairs leading down over there. Oh, that was not my plan. Interesting.
Done.
Oh god. Okay, I guess you don't want to sit on that chair. Jesus.
I won't tolerate weakness.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
So, my awareness check on that one says that something is inside the chair, so you don't want to sit on that. Not gonna be good for you. Oh, it's blocked off. There's something over this way as well. Okay. Well, looks like we are leaving then.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay, I'm still gonna stick around in the shadow quarters because there is still stuff I want to see in here. And someone I still want to find that bar that he spoke of. The old man on the prison asteroid. So I still want to find what he meant by that.
Any challenge for me?
Okay, so I've explored the entire place then? How do I get down here? Unless that's much later. So there are things that I want to... Yeah, I don't think I can get there. Alright, well, oh shit. Guess we make our way back to the door. Oh. There's an elevator. Can I use this? Apparently not. Alright, well I guess we already checked out the shadow quarter then. I don't expect more. Let's go to the atrium. Finds me cache quests. Well, I did turn this off, I think. But I'll read up on that a little more at some point. Before I get off the station. Which I don't think we will finish tonight because there's so much to do here.
Merely a hall within the temple, but now a whole city has been squeezed into it.
A rational decision. Ecclesiarchy temples lack the critical functionality that a void station requires. Unlike the chapels of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The machine god grants me insight.
Okay. Shoot. Anonymous Doloroso. Let's see what this is all about. The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No, no cutting. We get their blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in a simple black raiment cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the side of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. You know what? I want to see what's going on. Watch in silence. Reverend, but these are heretics. Real heretics. Their whole planet is plagued. Folks say they all died over there, and why is that, huh? Because they're heretics, and the Emperor punished them. We're no heretics. One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises his chin. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives, and there was no plague on our planet. Only the archenemy's minions, whole army of them. He spits on the ground. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned our world. Blame the governor, blame the tech priest, blame the masters of Kiava Gamma who forsook us. Forsook it in its darkest hour. Ooh, okay, so that's one of the planets we need to go to anyway. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? I am the rogue trader of the Von Valencius dynasty. The rebel-arouser laughs uproariously. And I'm Cynthia Corda. Cut the guff. Her ladyship Theodora is the head of the Von Valencius line. I saw her with my own eyes when she came to Footfall. You don't look much like her. Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. Band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to do all you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors and heretics, a lot of them. Murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. You know what? Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. What proof do I need? The man shouts. Kiava Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed entire blocks to darkness. We were on our ship up in orbit, and all those messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away. And they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why did this happen to us? I wonder what all this is about. Is our planet really under attack? There's some devious opportunity to send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the Von Valencius dynasty. Who could it be, I wonder? There is one guy, I bet you've heard of him. His name's Conrad Voigtver von Valencius. He ran from us not too long ago, after having his ass handed to him. He must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim. He is scum, but he's no idiot. No, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House Von Valencius. Either that, or it's much simpler. These people aren't lying, and their planet was captured by heretics, and the rest of it they made up themselves, and sense darkness in their past. May not be an expert on Conrads and their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, know what I'm talking about. Alright, well, all onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Row. I'll speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. The rebel-arouser looks at you morosely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. The refugees use the interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Row. Poor bastards. Kinda feel for them. They're not having a good day. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly. Then he shifts his eyes to you. I'm Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here in Footfall. Thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Alright. Oh, that was a shit show. And I ain't even half of one.
None shall stand in my way.
Let's take that. Alright, let's talk to him. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects." "The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride and most degenerate. No, I've just learned if you say it back to priests, they usually leave you alone, especially Jehovah's Witnesses. There, I said it. And you must be the young von Valancius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. For its reputation should suggest that Theodora encumbered it with many transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and serving their sweet poison? How do you know who I am? The Emperor has blessed me with acute hearing, and the people did the rest. How many members of your crew do you think came to confess the moment they arrived in port? How long do you suppose it took me to piece together the truth from their words? The priest's voice is rasping and harsh, but you still manage to pick up on a strange change in tone. There's something hidden beneath the shift in speech, something that he did not consider necessary to explain. You're saying Theodora was a transgressor? A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broke taboos, and violated dogmas. Then again, so do nearly all rogue traders. The rogue traders are the Emperor's anointed. I act at his command, as evidenced by his signature on my warrant. And did he grant it to you personally? The Emperor has entrusted his servants with the future of humanity, but people are too weak and flawed to prove themselves worthy of his trust. Only suffering can cleanse us, but fear it and thus remain sullied. You know what? Make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. He gives you a scrutinizing look, then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as diligent, or the sector will seize any chance to test your faith. He looks at Argento, who's standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was. Reverend, let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancia's ship was attacked by the servants of the archenemy, who pull the heart of any righteous soul. She says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valancia's dynasty from the forces of the archenemy. I'm divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall reliquary. Ha! That first line, I would add something to that if doing so weren't beneath me. Jesus Christ, really? Oh my god. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. Sorry, just putting my dinner away. Or at least moving it away from me. Hieronymus smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most disposed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters, and the darkest corners where the Liege's wardens do not venture. Taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the archenemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. I come across heresy surprisingly often these days. Indeed, Dark times are upon us, and wretched souls grow even more eager to embrace heresy. Both on Footfall and elsewhere, its foul buds are coming into bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many planets. There are whiskers? Yes, the priest is a catgirl in disguise. Nya. Wonder how many people got surprised by that sudden sentence. Chocolate, is that you? Necropara is coming up way too often these days. No. No, the PTSD. There are whispers of wicked things taking place in Kiava Gamma, and just recently a transport ship by the name of Navica, teeming with refugees, arrived on Footfall from Winterscale's realm. Their world was stricken with blasphemous sedition, and such was its severity that they had to flee to save themselves. The Leech refused to accept them, and so they headed to Foulstone, a desolate cloister of the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in this den of vileness. Why don't you go to the Liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing the Liege, Hieronymus frowns. Vladame is weak and riddled with worms in the inside. He seeks to please his Casbalica masters, those peddlers of relics of the unholy Xenos. Alright, well, we will verify this rumor, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure. Jenna lays a hand on her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Is there more you wish to ask about? Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of the questions. As bad as it sounds, I feel like questions that might not 100% pertain to a quest, I'm not gonna focus on, so like personal details and so on and so forth. If it's not a companion, I'm not gonna put stock on it. I'm gonna do that when I play for myself on my other save, and not on this particular one. Just because otherwise we're gonna be playing this game forever. And I think at some point we do want to progress to other things. Oh. Okay. The low hum of voices quiets and a dozen gazes shift to you. First mate Dagon. A tall man with a shaved head is rubbing his hands together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly bursting at the seams on his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he is trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be... He glances at the scroll in his mechanical hand implant. Mistress Fidelio? All the guests have arrived. You're the last on the list. And we couldn't start without you. Your presence is absolutely vital. You must have me confused with someone else. I'm an envoy of the Valencius dynasty. He rubs his hands together anxiously. On Valencius? You're not on the list, but that hardly matters. All doors in Footfall are open to a representative of Lady Theodora. Please come right in. Chaplain is about to begin. Now, where is that last attendee, Fidelio? You catch sight of something odd. Before stepping away from you, the man gestures subtly to a nearby servitor, giving it some kind of command. The servitor quickly removes the bottles of amasec and glasses set out for the attendees from a nearby table. Look around. The gathering you found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. The decorations and attendees' clothes speak of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the Liege's residence. But you notice that most of those gathered are of rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they are covering the exit. Few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. I wonder who this Fidelio is, and why they cannot start proceedings until he or she appears. Judging by the way that fellow with the list was talking about this individual, it seems it's someone very important. It's not a name I've heard before. I've never heard of the name either. What is this place? What's going on here? I know nothing about the place, but I can feel that something's in the works here. Sense danger and opportunity. That is, a little danger, but a big opportunity. Okay. Join the attendees. I want to see what this is about. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and soul of Footfall Society. A loyal servant of the Imperium, a generous benefactor who spared no expense to keep the fire of faith burning, and an example to all future generations, the most noble and unforgettable Master Bellardo. This loss, the fussy administratum clerk speaks in a strained voice, and keeps speaking at a paper with text on it. His speech drags on and on, blending into a monotonous cascade of praises of the late Master Bellardo. So, let us offer a prayer to the Emperor for the repose of Master Bellardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs, and now pass you over to our most reverend chaplain. Formidable-looking man, dressed in the attire of an ecclesiarchy missionary, glares at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer a prayer, then. But if you think that the Emperor, or the messenger of his will, in other words myself, does not see into your vile souls, you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives a slight nod. I wasn't referring to our esteemed guest, but the rest of you I know all too well. So go ahead, pray for Bellardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him, fitting in for a life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without another word, the chaplain makes the sign of the Aquila and pointedly turns away from the attendees. Wow. He definitely didn't like that much. It's awareness, ceremony guest.
Excellence matters.
Book of Remembrance. Where does this go? Oh, goodies.
What is that?
Oh, never mind. Get rid of the trap. And we can get the goodies.
Never doubt me.
Right. So I'm guessing they were pirates of a fashion, maybe.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Anything for it to go off of anything, it seems. Yeah, okay. Well, we got a few people to talk to, but let's talk to the chaplain first. You know what? Hold on. Let's not talk to the chaplain. Let's go talk to the other people and then we move it on to the chaplain. Adelia. The girl dressed in expensive clothes raises her sad little face to you and says in a serious tone, "Hello. Where are your parents?" "My dad is Cass Bellardo. He's with the guests, and my mom ran away. They told her she hates Dad and Grandpa. Guess she hates me too, I don't know. It was a long time ago, I don't even miss her anymore. I miss Grandpa, he was the nicest." She presses her lips together and lets out a quiet, very unchildlike sigh. "Have you ever heard of the name Fidelio? It's someone my dad is very mad at, but Dad is always mad at everyone. Grandpa, Mom, Dagon, Chaplain." "Marian, what are you doing here?" "Hiding." She hesitates for a moment. "I thought I was going to cry, and I didn't want anyone to see. My name is Adelia Bellardo. It's my grandpa there in the box." Magenta's face softens. She reaches out and gently strokes Adelia's head. "Tears will pass, Adelia. Tears will pass, the strength will return, and your courage will never leave you." Man, I'm just turning into a storybook tonight. I hope everyone is comfy, settled in. You've got a nice little blanket with you. You got a nice little drink. I'm just gonna be reading everyone to sleep for the next hour possibly with all of these conversations. Adelia tries to smile, then just nods seriously. "You do not wish to be parted from your forefather, then sever his head, embalm it, and put it in your bed." Cabella's voice sounds mundane, like she's explaining the most basic things. "Speak to him before you go to sleep and after you wake up, and that way he will stay with you." What? Adelia shrinks away fearfully, looking to you for protection. "Don't listen to the lady. The lady is nuts, properly off her rocker. Listen to your elders, eat your breakfast, and go. Don't cut off your grandpa's head." Fucking Adira, man. The only time I would like Adira around is for just these kinds of situations. Not so much for fights because, yeah, last time I got bit in the ass when I had her in my team and she summoned something when she used an ability. Okay. Well, let's go talk to Dagon, and then we go talk to Kaz. Fucking hell. The tall man who welcomed you at the entrance is shifting from foot to foot and keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. Lady von Valencius, could you spare a minute of your time? I'd very much like to talk to you. You never introduced yourself. I'm Dagon Otheo. I was first mate on Dan's ship. Master Bellardo. How did Bellardo die? Badly. He went downhill real fast. Just a year ago, he was still living it up, storming the slum asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants. Then all of a sudden, he was done. His old wounds had caught up with him, and he had plenty of those, both from the old days and more recent ones. Like when somebody tried to bump him off. 12 years back, I think it was? What did you wish to speak about? Well, Dens, that is Bellardo, my old friend and boss, died. And left all he had, and he had a lot, mind you, to this Fidelio. That was kind of rude of him. It's no way to treat your friends. I get it, he left his useless son high and dry and a good thing to do, but his old friend? So I'm thinking maybe you can step in and set things right, intervene in the matter of the inheritance, I don't know. Why did Dens leave you out of his will? Old age, his head wasn't the same anymore. That's gotta be it. It was just too unfair to fly with him for 10 years and then get nothing for it? And who is this Fidelio? Dagon winces like he has a toothache. Wish I knew. I first heard the name when Dens kicked it. Maybe Fidelio's a whore who put a smile on his face in his golden years. And so Dens decided to give them the whole kit and caboodle. What do you want from me? You're a distinguished sort. You can muscle in on this. You can talk to Chaplin, he's Den's executor, and ask about the will. Or maybe you can find Fidelio and have a talk with him too. Who'd want an inheritance that's not rightfully theirs? You'd be surprised. The Finnish guy. Or maybe you can find Fidelio. Okay, rightfully theirs. More trouble than it's worth if you ask me. And trust me, old Dagon can be of service to you if you need anything. Know lots about Footfall and other things. I can help with information, get you some solid lads for a job. You can use a guy like me. You know what? Sure, I'll consider it. That's good, really good. The amethyst that you ordered your servitor to remove was poisoned. What a fascinating coincidence. He looks you in the idea. Poisoned? Oh, it can't be. Must have been a bad batch. Let's take my leave. Uh-huh. How you doing, Finnish guy? Oh, that was just a sudden ceiling appearing. Alright, let's go talk to Kaz Bellardo then. See what they gotta say. A man of indeterminate age, Jesus, my eyes just tripped, turns to you and sighs loudly. You can tell by his breath that he came to the ceremony after indulging in 1 or 2 glasses of strong drink. Good lady of House von Valencius. I'm ever so glad to see at least one decent person in this crowd. His eyes narrow. Can we talk? Support from an envoy of an esteemed dynasty could very much help, to prevent a terrible injustice from happening. We haven't been introduced. Pardon me, Kaz Bellardo. I have the honor of being the only child of the deceased. Sends a mocking salute in the direction of the coffin. You don't seem particularly grief-stricken over your father's death. If I was the one lying in that box, he wouldn't be crying his eyes out either. Kaz bites out with sudden acidity. Takes a moment to calm himself. The son's feelings are complicated. I wasn't a good son. Old Dens wasn't a good father. But I do miss him in my own way, yes. He always seemed timeless to me, not just a bag of meat and ugly ambitions like the rest of us are. What did Bellardo die of? Age, debauchery, old wounds. By the end, my old dad was more implant than man, especially after the assassination attempt. People tried to kill him, you see, about 12 years ago. It's the second time someone's mentioned that. And what is this injustice that I'm supposed to prevent from occurring? Well, he grimaces. The lawful heir is being robbed of his inheritance. My dear father left his entire fortune down to the last coin to some nobody, a certain Fidelio, who hasn't even bothered to come to his funeral, and I'm left with nothing. Don't you think it's fair? Your nobility, you of all people must realize just how wrong and unacceptable this situation is. So I thought maybe you could lend me a hand somehow, for the sake of friendship with the future keeper of the Bellardo fortune, me, and for the sake of justice, of course. To turn a funeral rite into a stepping stone for one's covetous desires is blasphemy. To dispute the will of the dead is doubly blasphemous. Cabela's dark eyes seem to burn right through the man, making him swallow nervously and avert his gaze. Why did your father disinherit you? As if I know. The old man wasn't a heart-to-heart sort of person. Right up until the announcement of his last will and testament, I had no idea he'd put me out in the doghouse. Who is Fidelio? I have absolutely no idea. Zero. There's a will, there's a name. That's it. Maybe they're my father's byblows, some brother or sister I never knew I had. Maybe they're a whore who brightened his final days. Get the feeling that old louse chaplain knows. He's always known more about father's business than any of us, but he's keeping quiet. What kind of assistant do you seek from me? Put a word in for me. Suggest that they go over the wool one more time. You're an envoy of House von Valancius after all, and Footfall respects that name. Well, it'd be nice to find out who this Fidelio is too. I'll consider your offer. Much obliged, and know that I'll make it worth your while. If I get the inheritance, I'll express my gratitude in whatever way I can. Thank you for speaking with me. Goodbye. Alright, looks like we're gonna talk to the chaplain. Doing good just start. Yeah, welcome to me basically reading an entire game. As is tradition at this point. Alright, let's talk to the chaplain, see what they gotta say. Up close, Chaplain leaves an even stronger impression. Tall, burly man whose face and hands bear numerous scars. Oof, my nose is itchy. His entire visage seems to tell the story of many heretics who met their end upon their encounter with this adept of true faith. Chaplain gives you a respectful nod. May Saint Drusus protect you, and from illness and misfortune. Surprised to see a noble figure such as yourself here. Did you know Master Bellardo? No, I did not. I came here by chance. Then I'll consider this a stroke of luck. Dens would be chuffed to have someone of yours standing at his funeral. So, Bellardo left all his worldly possessions to a certain Fidelio. Who is this mysterious person? Oh, you know what? Let's start off with this one. Given your speech during the ceremony, I take it you're not fond of the other attendees. I'm a missionary of St. Drusus, and the truth of the Imperium speaks through me. So I see no point in pretense. All who have gathered here for one goal. Quite a chunk out of Denz's estate. Ambition and aspirations of wealth are not immortal in and of themselves, but Chaplain grimaces. It's just that I'm sickened by the thought that such a great man has left behind nothing but a pile of human refuse. His son is a drunken weakling. His friend, Dagan, the one who greeted you at the entrance, is a dim-witted brute with an incredibly bloated ego. His widow made off with a family yacht in the direction of the mall while his body was still warm, with an entourage of 5 brawny good-looking young fellows. Well, damn. Alright, so Bellardo left all his worldly possessions to a certain Fidelio. Who is this mysterious person? I haven't the faintest idea, and I think that no one present knows either. Or 2,000 hired killers would have already begun a manhunt for this Fidelio, wherever they may be hiding. This is, after all, a significant inheritance, and the other claimants are not exactly pleased at being left out of the will. Chaplain's eyes narrow a little. I can see that you're intrigued. I must say I am too. Ever since I heard of my friend's death, I couldn't stop thinking about the mystery of his will. You have the von Valancius name and title. Perhaps you can pull more out of the guests here than I could. Here's the only clue I've got. Dance mentioned the name Fidelio to me once, but a long time ago he was very drunk. He latched onto my robe and said, I hope that these are his exact words. I owe Fidelio, if not for the repentance. How strange. Aren't you Master Bellardo's confessor, Chaplain? How could anyone other than you have told him to repent? I didn't, that's for sure. Can't imagine what he meant by it. Sure, let's see if we've got anything so long from just having spoken to everyone. I'd like to discuss with you what I've been able to cover in regard to this mysterious Fidelio. I'm listening. Okay, so Dens mentioned Fidelio and repentance. Yes, but what could it mean? Okay, I have serious reason to suspect that someone here wanted to kill Fidelio. Of course they did, and they still do. They will keep trying. The inheritance is no trifle after all. The claimants are not exactly the placid types. Chaplain shrugs as if he's talking about something mundane. Maybe Fidelio will make themselves known once Denz's will is made public. Maybe they will, but I would like to know for certain. If they don't make an appearance, we might never find out who Denz wanted to bequeath his fortune to. This is all I've been able to learn so far. Return to me if you find out more. Maybe we can work this out together. Okay, I almost think I'm gonna run to Hieronymus. Because that he might actually have answers for this.
A new challenge.
Especially if he talked about repentance. Oh. The tall man who welcomed you at the entrance is shifting from foot to foot and keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. Yeah, did Ballard ever mention repentance to you? Oh, I can just as well talk to these guys. No, but I know what you're talking about. The scribbles in his home, right? Yeah, it happened alright. That writing just appeared out of nowhere on the walls, the mirrors. No, it's the same word, repentance. I told him to get a psyker to check his house for sorcery, but he said no. Too pricey, I guess. He said something about that, how he had already paid too much for repentance. Not a lot of psychers around, and a single one of them will cost you as much as a team of top-notch bruisers. Hey, listen, friend. How long did that go on, the writing? Anything else strange happen in the household? Flying knickknacks, furniture growing tentacles, people dying for no reason? Oh, all kinds of things happen, my girl. Things going flying, people dying too, servants that is. Whenever we felt like remembering our glory days, got sloshed on half a jug of the good stuff, that's when it would happen. I remember one time we decided to see who could carve open servitors in the dark the quickest. Dagon's grinned and catches himself and glances at you. Alright, serious talk. Nah, nothing like that in his house. Nothing sorcerous apart from the writing. Or when it began, Xenos knows, 10, 12 years ago? So around the time of his assassination. Idira turns to you and shakes her head. It'd be good to take a look at that writing, but if I had to guess, it doesn't sound like warp influence to me. If something really did take up residence in that house, it would have made a bigger splash in 10 years, like it does in corpses. Let's take my leave. Okay. Let's see what Cass has to say about this. Did your father ever talk to you about repentance? That's hilarious. Even good old Chaplain doesn't tell me to repent. He gave up on me long ago. And my old dad, he gave up on me long before that. He laughs nervously. Wait, you mean that repentance? Those stupid ghosts or whatever it was? Pretty sure my father did it himself, the senile old kook. Or maybe it was my daughter messing around? Where else could those words have come from? What words are you talking about? Oh, you don't know? Out of the blue, writing started appearing on a wall in our house. Just one word. Repentance. Big, sprawling scribbles like a child's handwriting. The first one appeared about 10 or so years back. The helps kept whispering about it being the work of ghosts. Ooh. But for some reason, the old man didn't want to do anything about it, and he told me not to. The writing amused him somehow. Whenever he'd seen repentance scratched on the wall, he'd just grin. Maybe the kid has something to say about this. Did your grandfather ever mention the word repentance to you? He did. That word kept appearing in our house and nobody knew who wrote it. It used to make Grandpa happy when I was little. He always smiled when he saw it. Then later, when I was a little bigger and Grandpa was already old, it stopped making him happy. He was sad. He would just sit there and stare at nothing. And after that, when he got sick, she stops, her big eyes glistening with tears. When he got sick, the writing started to scare him. More and more of it appeared. Repentance, 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 even in his bedroom. One time he pointed at the word and said something very weird about dead eyes, and about cobras going to class. Abelard, who was looking at her with sympathy, narrows his eyes. What did you say? Cobras going to class? Are you sure this is what your grandfather said? Of course I'm sure. When Grandpa was ill, I sat with him, and this one time he just started talking about cobras. I was sad, but it was also a little funny. Cobra, get to class, he said. Abelard strokes his beard. Perhaps it's the old Navy officer in me talking, but I am almost certain he wasn't talking about a snake, but a Cobra-class destroyer. Cobra going to class, you see? Maybe. Let's take my leave. Okay.
It's about time.
Let's see if we can get the chaplain to mention anything. I would like to discuss with you something about Fidelio. Not long after his death, Dance mentioned something about dead eyes looking at him. That is strange. Who could have looked at him like that in his own home? Some errant service girl that was passing by? Maybe it was nothing more than a dying man's illusion. So Dance mentioned Fidelio and repentance. No. I don't really want to get into that quite yet. I wonder if I can actually leave and go talk to Hieronymus. Or if it's just gonna keep me in here.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, it's letting me leave this time. What are you doing on... Or what are you doing on Footfall? Maybe if I progress some more dialogue with him, it'll work. What am I doing in this den of blasphemous pagans and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Corona's expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors across the entire sector amass on Footfall. Don't you dare, Bentley, I know where your mind's going. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness amongst the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments, and simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer the effort of gathering such things be blessed. Oh, never. Yeah, right, Bentley, right. I don't believe you for a goddamn second. At all. I am just waiting for you to be a dirty little bastard. The path of true believers leads into darkness, to search for worlds that have lost his radiance. Pure wow. Don't you pull a Finnish guy over here. How dare you. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp in hopes that their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the expanse and deliver a previously barren world into the Imperium's service. Hieronymus is silent for a few seconds. And all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the wasteland wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. Her last astropathic message was sent from beyond the Cenarius Maleficum, and the stars have kept her fate secret since. Ah. I bear another darker duty. The expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with a rogue trader. Now we all... No, you are definitely not Finnish guy. Bullshit. There have been many a time where I've heard, oh, I went somewhere and there were really pretty girls and there was booze and everything. Yeah. By the way, it's an old running joke by now for anyone who's new to this. It's an old running joke. Okay. Like to take a look at what the followers of St. Drusus have to offer me. Let me see. Oh, very nice. We can also pass some things on to him. Okay, I'm gonna drop that off. Drop those. That's armor-wise. Efficient body glove. I might actually have to give that to Idira. Drop that off. I don't really want to drop anything else, so select tradable, trade. Enforcer helmet. All targets of taunting scream suffer a 12% penalty of their willpower test. I don't actually know what enforcing scream is. Okay. Well, shit, I was hoping actually to get more answers. Instead, I'm giving myself more missions.
An expected result.
Well, it is what it is. We can do this.
Operation successful.
Okay. It'd actually be nice if I could just find
lay
the one
claim to
place
the
I wanted to go
stars.
to in the first place. Punish enemies of enemy, defeat Xenos. What? Let's see. Punish the Xenos, a coin for a go. To recover behavior, any malice, habitat everywhere, hides among people, that doesn't need. Wait, what? Feeds on blasphemous thoughts, fears the Emperor, prayer, righteous thoughts. Wow. The right behavior, duplicitous, aggressive habitat, woods died, infant suit. Wow, okay.
A new challenge.
Apparently
for me.
babies get eaten. There you go. Children are snacks according to one of those little pages. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. There's loot apparently somewhere over here. Where's the loot? I want the loot. Let me loot. Up there. Oh, you can't go up there? Ah, god damn it. Another blocked off one. Let's see what's over here. Goodies.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Okay, I am gonna start down here. You know, I'm gonna make my way to the main door. Okay, now I'm gonna go, instead of forwards, I'm gonna go up this place to see if there's anyone I can talk to. Let's see, cogitator. Let's go.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Oh! Oh, that's nice. I can actually get up there now. Let's jump over. Where are we going?
Nothing's impossible
need to
for this old
investigate.
officer.
Goodies. Ooh. What the? Closet.
I did fine.
The numerous wounds and injuries indicate that the letters envy is carved in. Oh, well, we know that's those Anvers. Hey, Bentley got cuffs. Bentley won. Fuck yeah. Bentley finally gets some cuffies out of this instead of getting fucked by the algorithm or stream elements and gambling. Okay. Persian acolytes. Hmm? Oh, can I even get there? Hold on. Finally, Bitley got some points. Dreams and stories. Look for cash by the window and... Oh, well.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Guards. Okay, well. You know what? I'm kind of curious, actually. The Carnival Barker. Since I can talk to them, apparently. Let's see what they gotta say. There's somewhere... There's somewhere. Where are you? Guard. Carnival Barker, there he is. This young man is clearly making every effort to look dapper. His fashionable clothes are practically new and his hair is well groomed. On Kamal, you arrive in Footfall Incognito. What ruins this impression is the poorly scrubbed off oil stains from his leaky implant and the fit of the jacket, which was clearly made for someone else. Come on, Kamal, see for yourself the best collection of live Xenos on Footfall. What kind of collection is this? Dangerous, vicious, ruthless Xeno beasts caught red-handed as they were attempting to commit evil against the Imperium. But right now they're harmless. Arcadius can withstand their rage, but I wouldn't recommend getting too close. These aren't Xenos, they're mutants in makeup. The man smiled dim, but only for a moment. Not Xenos, you say? I'm sure there must be some mistake. I'll check the shipping list myself. Rest assured. Dangerous form of entertainment. Well, I'll buy all the captives from you. He thinks for a moment. That can be done, very much so. The entire collection will cost you a tidy sum. Well, I only lost 1 profit factor, so it's fine. But you're free to take them away right now. And off they go. I only lost 1 profit factor, which isn't the end of the world, because I can just get it back eventually again, so it's fine.
Vladime will be as slippery like any seasoned operator. I don't need any voices in my head to predict that.
Hey.
Some leaders hold on to power with an...
Oh.
But Takara isn't the type. He's an opportunist. A brilliant opportunist.
Oh, who are you? Jay. Okay. My patience, you remember the way I dismissed. The tall man in sear grey clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Oh. Well, hello. There's someone new to look at for you guys. Vladame, Vladame, Vladame. What Ozzy put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an Imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman, who is standing with her back to you, lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladame? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days. So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. A wife. Of course, Finnish guy. Hidari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jai, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amasekas. And thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. I get a feeling she's a companion. Yeah, I think she's a companion. For an insult, first an insult and now threats. See, courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity in Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads toward the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. Oh, I guess we get another companion out of this. The tall man, who's long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladame Takara, Liege of Footfall, let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly, let's go. Please follow me. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he's used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladame straightens his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. Terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall Incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status is quite wise. The rumor will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. He has less implants than most of the other people in this game. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who was that woman the wardens threw out? Vladame's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. Dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jai Hidari. Small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It's strange, a small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows the small fry by name. She's irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation of Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all its noteworthy residents. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt, they simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue. A rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I would like to know more about the Anvers gang. Why haven't they been dealt with? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. And their leaders die. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. I'm sorry for the loss of your assistant. What? Your words seem to perplex him for a moment, but then his face remains cold. Oh, that. Yes, her death was a regrettable development. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. Well, no shit, Sherlock. The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There have been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet done. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes, Jesus, why am I struggling? Are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await the news of their victories with great anticipation. I'm struggling so much today, what the fuck? Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. Oh shit. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. Vladame freezes, gauging your reaction. Are we talking about dealing in Xeno artifacts here? In a manner of speaking, miraculously Vladame has managed to frame the last sentence as a question. Footfall is a place where anything can be bought, mind you, where anything can be sold. Ooh. We're gonna go 1 point heretical because I'm also like, while I'm part of the Adeptus, the Astra Militarum, I'm also like, gotta make money where money is. There is no shame in selling one's trophies for profit. It's a delight to be talking to a business-minded individual. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the sector. Communication with the Calixa sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the moor in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the moor from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Jesus Christ. You've heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the moor would become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronis expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladame's words are particularly alarming. It seems something has had a profound effect on the moor. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valencius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. I can't be the only one who asks for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Chordo would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra miles to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. Suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale, so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. So Footfall is cut off from all its shipments. The local gangs are running wild. And the local hustlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Are you positive you're in control of the situation? Sure, why not? Vladame listens with a stony expression. You're very perceptive. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. So, what are the terms of this deal? Simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile world, Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with the jewel of the Von Valencius Protectorate, in exchange for fair payment. Oh my goodness. That is definitely something funny to behold. Just outright calling him out and being like, yeah, you ain't got control of the situation, boo. Not anymore. And since we're playing an Iconoclast, I'll help Footfall, but not out of desire for profit. I have no interest in obtaining any favors in kind or becoming your patron, only in saving people's lives. The dame's gaze is slightly distrustful. Such charity is a rare sight in the Coronis expanse. Even figures as powerful as rogue traders do not show it often. Thank you. I have some questions about Footfall. I am actually curious about this place. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you in Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits? Only a few? I think you may have lost count there, sir. I think you have definitely may have fucking lost count. What do you mean only a few? How dare you? What oath were you referring to? There is a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. Vladame's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it'll be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station. For them, you are an ordinary visitor on Footfall. What a fascinating custom. Useful, too. I defer to your judgment. Something tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the liege of Footfall. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. What will happen if I tell you everything I've just heard from leaders of other gangs? You can try, but they won't believe you, because if you're right, they'll have to start a war, kill me, divvy up the station again. Why would they want that? Ladame chuckles dryly to your face. It's not enough to tell the people the truth. One must make them want to believe it. There is a sound logic to having the sharpest miner in the station. The administratum would have installed some pitiful clerk instead. Not wrong. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, few choose to allow themselves such a thing. Who holds the reins of the xenogoods trade? The Casbala Commission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the coal trade in the sector. Xeno's creations are in high demand, and so every single colony has a Casbalican agent or two. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. Fair, fair. A pale ghost of a smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with the organization is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies of them. It just so happens that I've managed to earn their trust, and on Footfall, they conduct their business under my watchful eye. He sends you a meaningful look. I have no more questions. I'm glad to have satisfied your curiosity. Where does one go to make a few deals here on the station? Here. I'm the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful for me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso. The servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called the Adeptus Amazicus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common Footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Let's get down to business. I'm interested in your wares. I'm at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Okay, let's see what he's actually got. Ooh. That is kind of nice, not gonna lie. What else do you have? Commissar's boots. Oh, that would actually be kind of nice. Plated boots? Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll snag a pistol. Always get a use for it. Okay, now where is this dude? Okay, there he is. So, kind of want to finish talks with him because there is something else I want to, like the bottom option. I don't mean to hurry, but I do hope that our deal is still in place. Hey, okay, yeah, no. Apparently I can't. Okay. Never mind. Okay, this is turning into one hell of a situation over here. Okay. So... Oh. Lord Captain, I'm pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions. There are also a number of issues that need to be addressed. Okay. But first, I want to go find out if I can find that Jai person. He's probably at the Amazicus. Might be worth... Oh, goody. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble lady, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastion in Derma Bastal Corda, youngest cousin of House Chorda? I don't even know anymore. Envoy of Incendia, whatever. Rogue trader of the Corona's expanse by the grace of the most holy emperor. You must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. There are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Corona's expanse, but not on Footfall. This station is under control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear most curious offers, says Avalar under his breath, so that only you can hear him. Quite right. I am Lady Theodora's envoy. Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Please be told I get a little frustrated in the presence of the powers that be. Bastion smiles meekly. What did you wish to speak with me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. See, you've been to the residence of the Liege. The name almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It'd be odd for him not to seize such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Chorda dynasty pursues its own interests on Football. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he's stalling. I imagine in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Shorta dynasty believes, Bastion smiles and gives a slight shrug, that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. He refused Vladane, thereby forcing him to agree to deal with us. The Shorta dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his wool through the stars and less with divvying up profit among themselves. Argenta says disapprovingly, but quietly enough so as not to interrupt the negotiations. Especially when the well-being of the one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Idira, who was yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches and clutches her head. Or her face, her nails digging into her skin. Coming again, brothers of the ones who came before. Just don't get it, do they all have a death wish? I appreciate the warning, Idira. What? Bastion stares at you in surprise, then turns around.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I will take you down.
You are not in a good spot, but I can put you up here.
Here we go.
More Andrew thugs.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Let's get to it.
Oh, of course they've got a sniper of their own. This is not going to be fun. This is actually kind of going to suck. Need to get to him fast. I need to get to him fast. I'm going to hit him from here. It's not too bad.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purposes.
Okay, we got a shot off on him.
Scared yet?
Not in the fun way, but really good content. No,
Let's
definitely
make it
not.
quick.
Good thing I gave them all
Let's
medkits,
get to it.
especially the frontliners.
Let's get to it.
They're definitely gonna need it.
Hold on. Out of my way.
One singular little guard to try and take care of all this bullshit.
Let's
You
make
poor
it
sod.
Let's get to it.
As the Emperor comes with you, my Emperor!
Nice.
Victory is imminent. What's you a target? At your beck and call.
Oh, that was not what I wanted.
Here we go.
Well, at least he killed one of his fellows. That makes no, yep, that actually makes my life a little bit easier.
Let's get to it.
Just a scooch. Damn, Cabela has so many fucking movement points.
The
Holy
shadow.
shit.
Death is a blessing. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Wish I could move closer. Okay. It's fine. She's at least safe behind the wall.
What of course, what an unfortunate turn of fate. I'm not so sure. Anything
I'd actually
else?
put that on myself.
On it.
Okay.
Let's get to it. Hold on.
Just a minor setback.
Nothing I can't do.
Absolutely not.
Out of
Okay.
my way. Let's make it quick. Let's get to it.
Part of the trial.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Let's get to it.
My ears are ringing.
Really should give this a full run through at some point. Yeah, like I said, I'm running through it again also as the same class that Cabela is, because I figured it could be fun.
The Omnissiah no vital functions successfully terminated.
So that's also a thing. They finally gave Darktide a proper campaign. Oh, they did? Hell yeah. It's kind of nice. Oh, I hoped I could hit that one.
I will do my duty. One fewer target. I'd rather not. Indeed.
Hold on.
Definitely seems pretty easy from what I've seen. The game looks fun, and the game is fun. I haven't played in a fair while. But it's an interesting idea if it's got a campaign on it. Definitely may be worth a shot. Hello, Lenny. Now what? Let's do this.
Trust me. Come. The other side awaits. I shall not. My blade whispers your name. Killing brings me no pleasure. As honor ordains.
Jesus, these guys are
The
fucking
shadows
nutty.
will see it done.
Blade spinners. They are
Anything else?
nutty to
Be
have.
gone.
Look at just, jeez, she just took out that entire section from there basically on her own. Like, what the fuck, man?
Let's make it quick.
Also, anywhere you can either skip it or start in on an existing character. That's actually kind of nice.
Here we go.
That was insulting. Already done.
Not yet. Not by your hand.
Was not intentional to hit her that hard, but I had to do it. Just need you murdered and we are done with this. I think there's only one dude left somewhere.
Let's get to it.
Yep, there he is.
I'm here, maggots.
But of course.
Let's get to it.
Oh, well, I pressed buttons too quickly, but it's fine. We can just do this.
The tread of his faithful.
Can I hit him from here without hitting anyone else? Apparently I can. Some of the stuff definitely see. Yeah, the blade dancers. Oh yeah, they are definitely something special. That's for sure. Damn nasty to like in a fight. Because like I said, they can heal themselves quite a bit as well. So it's a bit on the dirty side if you can use them properly.
It's about time.
Hey. Level up. Cautious approach, wildfire, devastating attack. Next attack will turn this turn will not count toward the attack. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. That might actually be good. Yeah, she also has to take wildfire because long range. You. Sanguination. Immediately inflicts bleeding on an ally of their choice. Oof. Gift of Torment. Will start the next turn. The next edition gains bonus to parameters for each creature enemy or ally in combat suffering from the following damage over time effects. Creature next range attack can. Okay. Main residence will enemy suffering from damage over time effects. Ooh, that is actually handy. But I don't have enough things that cause burning, toxin, or anything like that. Reckless Abandon replaces 30% of maximum wounds of the wounds with the same number of temporary wounds. A terrifying strike. That is actually a good thing, considering I use Pascal mostly as a frontline fighter, so having something that can push people off of him might actually be a good thing. Assassin makes an attack that does not count towards the limit of attacks per turn. It does not block the assassin movement. Ooh, attack successful. Oh, that is interesting. Okay. Elusive Shadow. Run around the lowest priority target. Void Strike. I actually kind of like the idea of this one. And we'll choose this for Adira because her being unnoticed is good. Hey. How you doing?
I'm always ready.
How you doing, Phoenix? I am... Honestly, I'm probably gonna take... or Heavy Flames. I don't know yet, but we'll see where things go. Jesus, I've picked up so many things. Holy fuck. So, Tarek, if you're still here, something interesting happened, it seems. Thank you. Thank you, Agar. Thank you, Batley. Thank you, Tarek. Something rather interesting, quite shocking, but not bad happened. So, interesting good or interesting bad? It's not a bad thing that happened, but it's also just kind of a case of it was very unexpected. So, seems like Giga is leaving V Shoujo. But pretty much on the same way that Matara Khan has left, where she gets to keep her IP and she's just doing her own thing. I think as far as I can remember is she wanted a more hands-on like approach to things than she was getting with V Shoujo's. Like instead of being a middleman, just being more into it. I don't know, it's just speculation, but that was not on my bingo card. That was definitely not on my bingo card. Not expect that. Well, I wish her all the best and good luck. I'm sure she's gonna do great. Alright, now we have to find Jay. Run around and see if we can spot her name at least. She's not around here. She's probably in one of the back rooms. Oh, well, never mind. We found her.
Rough day.
You have no idea.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
God damn.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
We'll give you grief, all right. Get out!
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
I like her.
Hidari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep, We'll talk about settling up later.
Octi Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
I can read this because, well, she spoke first. The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the two empty bottles that have been keeping her company before you arrived. She looked completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity, for only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this. Like I said earlier,
Shireen.
wife.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I'm trying to place her accent.
Well then, here's to our meeting. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone powerful. And the timing couldn't be better. Jai Haidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament.
You know who she reminds me of? Fuck, I know who the person is. I have the picture of them. Lena from Shadowbringers, the bunny. The Vera, that's with the Crystal Lakes arc. Her accent reminds me of Lena. What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on Footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere.
That's saying a lot.
When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Haidari's property carries certain risks.
Jai appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. The Liege's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally, so Jai is encroaching on his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for the disappearing of Jai's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it. Suspect that Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands, and I want to put him in his place.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
Well then, I think I have an idea of where it is. Like, it's not here in this map, obviously, but I got a slight idea where it might be. And again, this place is huge. Might take me a little while to find where I need to go. Because me and directions are not friends. At all. Okay, let's go back to the Shadow Quarters. Argenta gestures for your attention. Rogue Trader, I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus's request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist in Footfall's shadow quarters. You seem weighed down by something. What? No! Jenna shakes her head and rubs her temples tiredly. Apologies, Rogue Trader. Being here on Footfall is difficult for me. It's minor personal weakness, but I'm as ready to fight as ever. It will have no effect on my combat skills. If something is troubling you, tell me. Perhaps I can help. Argenta shoots you a weary look. I suppose I could share it with you, but the tale will be long and I will have to start from the beginning. I wasn't born in the Expanse. I was sent here to be a guardian of a reliquary on Footfall, but my ship became caught in a warp anomaly, and although it lasted only days for those on board, decades had flown by in real space. When at last I arrived on Footfall, it felt like I had been erased from time. No one was waiting for me on this side of the moor. The people who were supposed to greet me, who knew about my imminent arrival, had died. The reliquary that should have been mine to safeguard had instead been taken under the protection of Reverend Hieronymus and his brethren. They were more than up to the task. They had no need of my help. Footfall became my cage. I didn't like who I was or what purpose I had here. The way back to Calixa seemed like another trap. Even if I were to find a ship headed there, my sector, my order, they too would have lived decades without me by that point. Whenever I'm reminded of those months spent on Footfall, it feels like I'm falling into a pit. I hope the rumor of the cultists turn out to be true. I can't wait to prove with my bulger that the world and the Empire need me. How and why did you stay on Footfall come to an end? Something must have changed. Yes, a sign, almost important, showed me the right path, but it's not something I can speak of like this on the street in this den of malice. Let's be on our way. All I'll say is that on Footfall I met Lady Theodore and joined her. That was the end of my languishing in this place. You know Footfall better than me. Do you think the rumors of heretics are true? Hey, creature. How you doing? How's life? As you can see, it's pretty much story time today. And unfortunately, that means I'm cutting the stream at 4 hours max because all of this reading is murderous. There was a time when I'd have said it was likely a fabrication. One can say many things about the Casbelica mission and the other shady operators on Footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, heretics have launched an open attack on a rogue trader's ship. A member of your dynasty, Conrad Voigtfer, has turned out to be one of them, and Footfall is itself sinking deeper and deeper into madness. In these times of strife, I'm willing to believe in heretics who openly perform their dark rituals and brazenly mark their dens with sacrilegious symbols. Had a sort of panic anxiety like, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better, or at least doing better. I must keep going. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. I know there's somewhere an elevator. I think it's... wasn't it around here somewhere? There it is. Is that maybe where I need to go? The stray according to Ren record is in a place marked with a blue and gold sign. If there are heretics, they must be returned. Okay, blue and gold sun. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Now I'm gonna have to run everywhere all over this goddamn place looking for it.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Hmm? Rising sun. It seems oddly repulsive, even sinister. Okay.
Follow my lead.
We should deal with this.
Hmm? Blue and gold sun. There it is. As it seems oddly repulsive and sinister. It's my it also goes in use already giving me all more secrets my life worth all the resources, money and time spent to get where I'm at. Yeah, it's kind of one of those existential questions that you seem to be having.
I won't tolerate
Or which it is, I think it isn't far from it.
Over there.
Thing is, at the end of the day, as bad as it sounds, This is probably going to sound really horrible to people, but hear me out. It's going to feel like nothing you do matters. Like everything you are spending, resources, time, money, you're never going to get to where you think you should be. Ever. You're always going to feel like you're wasting time somehow, even if it's doing something like sleeping. Which is why I barely sleep. Nothing, I haven't done anything worthwhile and doesn't seem to change anytime in the future. Creature, the only advice I can give you is don't focus so much on the fact that you haven't done anything materially. Because getting out of a hole is very, very difficult. Getting out of a situation is very difficult. Not talking about personal gain. Creature, how many of us in here always say hi to you when you show up? Or have fun talking to you? You might not think you're having an impact on someone, but people enjoy having you around. People love having you here. You might not see it as a positive gain, but people remember you. People want to know how your day is going. You don't have to always think that you're making an impact, because to you it might seem that you're not, but to someone else you are. So you are heading very much in a direction of just putting yourself in a depressive state because you don't think you're doing anything, because you don't think you mean anything to someone. That is not a good path to go down. It's one that's going to leave you feeling very depressed and possibly think of ending things. And honestly, there is so much still to see in life, even when you don't think there is. There's so many beautiful things to see, so many people to meet. Just right now I feel like if I'm not useful, not everyone has a use in life. Not everyone has what they think is a purpose. Just take things one day at a time. You will get to a point where you're going to stop worrying about it and just enjoy things as they come. Life is a funny thing. It's a weird thing. You might not think you're making an impact, you might not see yourself as useful, but someone else might have a different opinion on that. My suggestion is just don't focus too hard on those things. You'll get through it.
None shall
You'll get
stand
through
in my
things and
way.
you'll be fine. You'll see. Even if it seems like things are a little bit difficult. It's just how life is. I'm trying to figure out, is this Jai's? I have been many a time down that own
Attention to
road
detail
of
is the key to
thinking about
success.
things, and it is not a good one to be down. Ever. Don't do that to yourself.
A new challenge for me.
It's fine. Creature, it's fine. I don't mind if people want to share their grievances or their thoughts or feelings. We're all human. It happens. Bottling that shit is not healthy and it's probably going to end up killing you. Just take time, take life as it comes. Okay? The man with the shaggy mop of dark hair is dressed and armed about as well as everyone else in here, yet he is unmistakably the leader. He takes a step towards you. He chuckles, he spreads his arms wide in a welcoming gesture. I guess, what a joy it is to see you in my humble refuge. So you've come here to be introduced to the truth. Which will you choose then, words or fire and metal? You already know the answer, heretic. Argenta grasped her weapon. You have something to say, then say it. Oh well, your time has passed, all of you. Bureaucrats, the Kazbalika, rogue traders, conceited aristocracy, and other worthless trash. All of you will soon burn. I know for a lot of streamers, I know there was a point where a lot of streamers were like, yeah, no, don't, like, just dump stuff on us or something like that. We are not professionals. Again, that part I can agree with. We are not professionals. We just have our own opinions and thoughts and feelings that we can share on the situation. So I don't mind if someone wants to share if they're sad or questioning things. That's fine. That is fine by me. Because in the end, we're human. We feel, we're scared. We wonder about things, we have questions. And though you might not always find someone with an answer for all of those questions or answers to the things that you need, it's always at least nice to at least be able to go, hey, this is how I feel. You might find someone who feels the same way. Do you even know what our name means, outsider? Footfall calls us the Anvers. They do not stop to look, listen, learn. The man pauses, then half closes his eyes and proclaims in crude but clear High Gothic, Auxilio non venier. Help will not come. The Moor is closed. The Coronis expanse is on its own now. New era has come and we are its sovereigns. Well, I guess we found our heretics. It depends on context and community. Yeah, very much so.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Alright, well, let's see what we can do. How are we going to treat this? So first off, because my character is a sniper. Ugh, toxin. Jesus Christ, 10 toxin every round. Fuck me. I might have to put all of them up here. Because one or two of those have actual med kits to work with. This is gonna suck, but this is gonna do. And Cabela, I'm gonna put over here. Quick save and start the fight. Let's see how this goes for us.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Aim for the heart next time. I bring mercy and retribution.
Dang, would have been nice if I could get close
As
to
the
him, but it's fine.
tenants demand. As honor ordains, the other side awaits. I shall not fail.
Hey.
Time to slaughter someone. Scared yet?
Hold on.
Okay.
All too easy.
Start chipping away at him.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Just a minor setback. Out of my way.
Show me what you've got.
I've suffered worse.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Anything else? Farewell.
Slowly start getting rid of these bitches.
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
Try to see where I can send Pascal to do the most damage.
As the tactical imperative dictates. Request approved.
I'm here, maggot. Time to slaughter someone.
I'm trying to do as much as I can. With the constraint that they are taking 10 points of damage every time there's a turn.
I will endure. Strike is a prayer.
One less.
There is only death, yours or mine.
Okay. Might actually start working on
I will
him.
leave footprints of scarlet. The shadows will see it done. As the tenets demand. As honor ordains, I cannot serve you in this way. I shall not fail. Trust me. As the tenets demand.
Okay, that's about as much as I can do with her. Okay, that was an interesting choice.
High momentum.
Get rid of that one.
Reading damage to bulk.
I'm not interested.
Well, I can at least use this to get closer.
I will do my... I took care of this one.
Integrity failure. Detected. My frail organics required it. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Scared yet?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I feel nothing, fear nothing. Trust me. I will not die in dishonor.
As long as she can dodge and parry, it's nice, but I need to figure out how to heal her. She is in rough shape. Might need to start moving up. But let's get rid
Not
of
a
you.
problem for me.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Move Abelar up.
Martyrdom is the reward.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call.
Let's see. 86 is not bad. I'll take a chance.
Damage is negligible. The Omnissiah's vital functions successfully.
Okay, you are out of my hair. Don't have a lot of movement in space for you, so that's not going to help me much.
Death whispers my name. Caught by the web.
Let's get to it.
I said I've been playing Fall.
My ears are ringing.
86 is, yeah, no, yeah, I was about to say, unless you're playing XCOM, then it's a completely different situation that you're in over there, buddy. Because XCOM is a pain in the ass when it comes to that.
Minor setback.
Indeed.
XCOM was like, oh, 86%. Okay, if you think you can really do that, why, by all means. I don't think I'm going to be able to get close enough with Adira to hit him from here. Yeah, no, I'm not in range. Pascal is also not doing too great. At this point, it's kind of up to Cabela and...
of blades and shadows. As honor or let your soul be purged. I shall not killing. Brings me no pleasure.
Okay, turn on ventilation, please, for the love of God. You're like your Gamba. Yeah, ask Bentley. Bentley has been suffering with the Gamba quite a bit. And let's see if we can find any goodies that are just like lying around.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I mean, Bentley, you did at least win once so far. What do you need? Oh, boots. I'll have to take a look at them. More goods. Yeah, I think that is almost everything. Hold on, what's back here? But that should be tattered. Many of the rogue trader ships, coordinates. Okay, that we don't need. Classified information. One out of Footfall. Stray. I don't think it's this, but it says it's in a shadow quarter, so I might have to keep looking. But we found the Anvers base, which now that's taken care of. They've been wiped out. So I would say that's Rot taken care of. Yeah, that's Rot taken care of. My condolences, Bentley was not aware you had similar luck. Yeah, neither of you have much luck with the Gamba on this channel. It's a bad time for the both of you.
Victory awaits.
Okay, so out and following the suns. Gonna be interesting. Okay, so there was one more over here. Up there. So not there. Ooh, awareness.
Done.
Big door is connected to a mine trigger. Okay.
It's about time.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, that's a dead end. And so is this. But how do I get in here? Am I missing something? No.
Halt! I noticed something.
Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Hold on.
Follow my lead.
Am I just going in a circle? Because I'm back here. The fuck? I just went in a circle, essentially. Is there anything over in this direction?
We need to investigate.
Yeah, there's one. And then it's back over here.
I rise to the occasion.
This vector is connected to a mine trigger?
None shall stand in my way.
Are there any more that are randomly anywhere else? No, it's just on that upper deck,
What
it
is
seems.
that?
Oh, no, never mind. Another sun. I don't think it's going to be
A new
anywhere
challenge for
near
me?
here. No. It's a bit. Like a mother trigger window from yeah, you've been gonna have a bad luck, Medley.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill omen.
You kind of been getting bitch slapped over there, just putting it out there.
Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Okay, we found the cultist lair. Fucking finally. Ogre, nudge. Yeah. Ogre has built up a pretty amount in terms of points. Like, holy crap. He's just been going up and up and up.
Something of interest.
Alright, time to take on some cultists. Also, hold on. I think I got new items. Weapons. 200 cuffs. Oh no, bit. You have my sympathies. The stub carbine. I almost kind of want this just because I feel like it might be better. But I'm also like, nah, it's fine. Enver chainsword. Is it better than what you have? Yeah, it's actually better. So we're gonna give you the Enver chainsword. You already have bolter and arc rifle. We've got the plasma pistol. Spinner's blade, we're leaving to you because why not? I actually think I should maybe swap to the shotgun instead of the carbine, just so that I have something to push people off of me with. You will stick with the sniper rifle. You've actually been surprisingly well. Doing good with it. Did you really just gamble all your points? Why do you gamble all your points? This is your own fault. What do you mean? Oh, fuck my life. Seriously. Alright, time to save scum.
Halt!
Ooh.
I noticed something.
Oh, that is definitely something.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder.
as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive.
How many more
begging
are
and
there?
sobbing and howling. Nothing escapes my sight. I better myself through my service.
Okay,
The
that
Emperor
is
favors me today.
a lot of traps. What the shit? Oh, open door. Oh, well, I unintentionally found their hideout. Well, there we go. Hey, they.
Take a knee and
All
bow
right.
before me.
Let's get to it.
To the dark powers.
Let's put our frontline fighters up front where they belong. We're gonna need them. Argenta, you're close range. You got that. Myself and Idira will take backline. Been in the bushes? Yep, he's just been chilling.
You endure.
Death to the weak.
Ooh. Some things to keep an eye on.
Will do. Anything else? Was that you? Or
Chaos guides me.
You need to take care of these bastards.
Death to non-believers. Ah!
I need to start taking out some of their numbers over here.
I serve the ruinous powers. Out of my way.
Increasing damage to bulk.
Chaos guides me.
Pascal, we need to do something about you when you're constantly getting bullied and just losing your HP.
Nothing I can't do. Already done.
Okay. I think he's shielded? Or shield absorbs incoming damage for 1 turn. Okay, that is not gonna do me any good then.
I am your blade and shield.
But
Death is a blessing. As the tenants demand. Come, the other side awaits.
okay, that actually made my life a little bit easier.
This goes against the tenants.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done.
Okay, you set up for the next turn. Pascal, you need to heal up again, buddy.
Integrity factor increased.
You've kind of just been honestly getting your ass munched in ways that should not be munched.
Messiah condemns you. Running binary override. Request approved. Yes. Manageable.
On it.
No.
My faith shields
Yeah, I
me.
figured he would hit her.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Let's set your ass on fire just a little bit. Oh, that's a little wider than I thought it would be. It's fine. You're just chilling in the corner over here.
Doubt is for the weak.
It's only 38%. That's 60. That's 38. I might need to hit 40, 38. 38. Oh, that's not a lot.
All too easy.
Actually hit him. You
Death
though.
comes in silence. Caught by the web. As honor ordained, my blade whispers your name. The shadows will see it done.
Okay, he's almost dead.
My place is at the fore. Victory is imminent.
Okay, he is unconscious, which is very nice.
Advancing.
Not quite what I wanted, but it will do. You are gonna be a problem.
Not this
for me.
Grayer's job.
You are definitely not gonna be good for me, but okay, it's fine.
Nothing I can't do.
Killing brings me no pleasure. I bring mercy in retribution. I shall not fail, as the tenets demand.
Jesus, he is taking so much damage that he's just like tanking. I'd have to start moving these other guys out of the
At
way.
your beck and call.
Oh, he's dead? Well, never mind. Makes my life easier. Let's
Indeed.
move him. You can start moving closer to help with this bitch over here. His attention is on her, that's good, because she has extremely good parrying, which is very nice for us. Might actually put you over here, create a crossfire.
Be the fire in my heart.
I'll do it.
So I don't end up hurting my own people.
Of value has been lost.
Life is a little bit easier that way.
As honor ordains, I shall not fail.
You are a tanky little bitch, aren't you?
A tactically sound approach.
scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Much better.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Will do.
Okay, his shield is fucked.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I can actually start doing fucking damage to his ass.
And learn.
Blue horror. Wonders.
As honor ordains.
Follow my lead.
I will do my duty.
Reduce to dust.
Okay.
Running binary override.
Anything else? What an unfortunate
Jesus
turn
Christ, that
of
was a
fate.
pain in the ass. Argena rushes to the last living cultist and silently, furiously punches him in the face. Well, that was actually anticlimactic for her. Usually she does these kinds of things loudly. Blaspheming heretic, who are you praying to? I know those words that call to a... Argenta doesn't get to finish. The cultist, having dropped to his knees, interrupts her with grating, rasping prayer. Of course you know them. Recognize you two, lackey to the corpse on the throne. Haven't you already experienced the power of the true god? Then you flee from us shedding tears? Argenta recoils as if from a blow, but then steps forward, grabs the cultist by the scruff of his neck, and makes him look into her eyes, burning like embers. I'm one of the Adeptus Sororitas, and I have never, not once in my life, fled from heretics and betrayers of humankind. Can't you see he's trying to get under your skin? Idira mutters. But he wants a quick bullet to the head instead of a bonfire. Despite her tone, she's looking around anxiously and rubbing her temples. It smells of a dark future, like a noose around the neck. What do you want to know, servants of the corpse emperor? The names of my brethren, how many of us there are, where we are? I'll tell you myself. We are myriad and we are everywhere. Soon, very soon, you will hear our voices. When you hear them at your back, so close you can feel our breath, then you will know the power of the true god. The undying emperor is one true god. You will soon learn this when you face his harsh judgment, as will all your accomplices. Bella's voice is filled with a cold implacability. How many of you vermin are there? First, Rickard Minoris, now here. A scalpel pulls a number of instruments out of his robe. You would bet your life that the purpose of these items isn't to disassemble machines. He says casually, should you encounter difficulties during the information extraction process, I would recommend precise targeting of the ganglia. Cultist chuckles arrogantly but pales under Pascal's calmly probing gaze. It's like, Who or what is this true god you keep mentioning? You will know in time. Cultist gives you a wicked smile painted with a fresh blood on his lips. How do you know Argena? Have you seen her on Footfall before? Not on Footfall, the cultist laughs hoarsely. In another place, she flew right in like a bird into a snare. Argenta is staring at the cultist, her eyes wide, as if against her will she whispers two words. Salus Prime. Argenta, what is he talking about? She snaps out of it as if emerging from a reverie. Planet, a place, it doesn't matter. I know these heretics. Fought them and was gravely wounded, but I swear I never turned from them and ran. I would call it more like a strategic retreat. You were almost dying. She turns to the cultist, her eyes filled with cold fury. You truly have seen me on Salus Prime. Someone among you must know a way to get there. You have your own ship and navigator? Answer me. Ships and maps, roads and doors, we have them all, but our paths are not for you. The true god spins his web, and you are but to fly coordinate. But where is the spider? The cultist's eyes full with madness. I need something more coherent. Rogue trader, we won't get anything from this madman. It's my part in the story, I will tell it, but not here. Not in his presence. Alright? End him. You can kill me, servants of the Corpse Emperor, but you can't stop the victory of the true god. The edge of daybreak is nigh, and the hour of his triumph approaches. Silence hangs for a minute, then Argenta turns to you and shrugs nonchalantly. That's it. You fulfilled River and Hieronymus' request, which means I'm now free. I can continue my travels with you, Rogue Trader. Before we leave this den, let us round up what remains of the blasphemers. I would like to cleanse this place with purifying flame, or perhaps we can find clues that might tell us where these heretics came from, or if they have any more associates. Argenta lowers her head wearily. We need to talk, but it can wait. Let's meet on the ship when it's time to depart Footfall. That was one hell of a fight, though. I honestly thought I would get smooshed to death when I noticed I was taking so little damage, or I was doing so little damage on that pinky demon thing. I honestly thought for a second, I was like, this is gonna be bad. This is not gonna do well for me. Got the sorcerer. Okay.
Victory awaits.
Just gonna walk around in the rooms, see if something gets spotted or triggered. Come on, Pascal. Open the safe.
Operation
Ooh.
successful.
That reminds me, I need to check out the boots and shit. Okay, nothing in here. There is another hallway down here that I want to check out. Let's see. I actually don't think there is any more that I can look at. Yeah, no, it's all just blood and guts and cultists.
It's about time.
Yep, no, not much for me. Alright, let's go talk to Hieronymus. I think the only thing we have left to do here right now is to go meet Jai. Which I'll have to figure out where the shit she is. Because I'm not sure where she is. Also, armors. That's not quite good. I can actually give that to Adira. I think she doesn't... Yeah, she can actually do with this. Her agility is 40, so that does not actually work for her. So we can put that to her. Gives her Sunskin back. Firebless Carapace. Carapace grants over 2 to deflection and 20 to armor against fire as well as burning immunity. I might actually 7 to armor. That fire though might be nice because there is so much that gets smacked with fire stuff, but I might also just give it to him because even though that's 40, that's better actually. More on the dodge penalty, but it's fine. We'll take it. Okay. Accessories. Let's start from the top. She actually could use those. Warmonger boots. It's actually better for her, this. Yeah, there you go. Sororitas boots. Stalker gloves. No. Okay, I'm not wearing any shoes apparently. Start of the wearer's turn, they gain 20% dodge. Ooh, she might actually have a use for these. Might be nice for her. Eye patch. Pirate's eye patch. See, this is much better for someone who's up close and personal. So I'm gonna give that to you. Okay. Okay. Which is northeastern part. Yes. Be nice if I actually had a compass. Oh, well, I mean, there's a compass, but still.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh, not that way. This way. Now I kind of have to figure out where the shit she is. Warehouse. Well, I guess that's where she's hiding. Let's pick up Jai. Oh, we got more fights on our hands, people, from the looks of it. Alright, well, let's get to it then.
Would you look at that?
I'll take that.
None shall stand in my way.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna fight this Falco soul.
Whispering that there's trouble waiting up ahead. And if you don't take things down a notch, you could be caught with your trousers down. Figuratively or literally, I'm not sure.
Okay, you know what? We'll take your advice. We'll do a hard save. Alright. See what you got to say.
Any challenge for me?
I guess I'm just gonna be doing some murder. Yep. Looks like that's what's gonna happen.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Okay, Cabela. Pascal. I know I'm putting all of them in the one same spot. But I don't have many spaces to put them all at the moment. Okay, Adira. You're back here. I'm over there. Argenta, we can push her over there. Let's do this.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Oof, you are not taking a lot of damage.
Let your soul be purged. As the tenets demand. As honor ordains.
Not a problem.
Start taking them out.
Already done.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, I might need to move her out of that toxic spot.
Brace yourself, Avalon.
Get rid of him. One less to deal with.
Hold on.
My ears are ringing.
Jesus, they are giving Abelard a shot and a half over there.
Out of my way. Break it quick. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay. Means self-murder is soul is an option, I suppose.
The healing is much appreciated.
It's only 3 points. Just want to move him out of the way.
Suffered worse.
Do you want to get Cabela out of that
It will be done.
poof cloud over there?
Doubt is for the weak. I will not.
On in, maggot.
Okay. Oof.
Here we go.
Quite a bit of damage that got up in there. This fight might bite me in the ass, especially with Pascal. He's just collecting injuries at this point. I think Cabela does have Medicaid, so I can actually heal him. Yeah.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Yep.
I will mend the thread between body and soul.
We function as one.
I am your blade and shield.
Oh, wrong button. Gonna drop her in between these guys.
My blade whispers your name. I shall not let your soul be purged. There is only death, yours or mine.
Oh, I did not want to do that. Ah, I skipped my own thing. It's like me not attracting with the program. Okay. Damn, Jai. Oh, you are not gonna make my life easy when it comes to close combat fighting, are you? No, you definitely aren't. Slowly start whittling these guys down, cause pain, suffering.
Just a minor setback. Let's get to it.
Okay, this is not doing me any good. Being in here. But I don't think I can move either. I'm surprised I hit that. Oh, there goes one of her crew.
My blade whispers
Lovely.
your name.
Hold on.
A broken blade has no use. Though I gave thee my blood and my pain, thou hast ordained that I shall live.
There aren't any of them that are particularly close for me to do anything with. Could move over. Oh, that's not something I can move on. Yeah.
Death comes in silence. Come, the other side awaits. The shadows will see it done. Trust me. Caught by the web.
Also, speaking of, you ended up hitting an enemy directly with the dynamite second person to survive the blast. Oh, that's possible. That has happened before. That is entirely something that could happen, yeah.
Suits my purposes.
I've bonked people in the face with dynamites before.
Too bad I never leave that on table.
Jai, that is not the smartest thing to be doing, but okay. Okay. 2, 3, 5. Thank the exalted one. Those ashmacks didn't have time to make off with anything yet. Jai carefully inspects the containers emblazoned with markings from some unknown freight operator, and smiles and touches a comm bead in her ear. Give me 2 minutes, Shireen. I'll send the coordinates to my local crew who will deliver my property somewhere safe. And done. Jai removes her hand from her ear and turns to you. We're good. Now how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal, specifically payment for your efforts. Sure, let's go. Jai opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sound of many footsteps behind you. The dame's agent! Stop right there in the name of the Leech. The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimy clerical robes glances at you and immediately falls to his knees obsequiously. Your Excellency, please forgive my vehemence, most noble. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. Most noble Excellency? Jai purses her lips slightly and shoots you a confused look. Whoops. It was funny, the hell was breaking loose, barrels exploding around. I checked it. Oh no. Well, hey, at least you had a good laugh out of that. That's something. I'm Vladane Takura's personal agent. The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully. I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned in the lands of Footfall. Horrendous xeno-heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Empire. Looks at Jai. I do not doubt for a moment, most noble Artemis, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. It is too great a coincidence that the Legion's representative should arrive in the Shadow Quarters just after Jai has recovered her rightful spoils. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over the Vox, and not to just anyone, but to the Legion's personal agent. Vladimir Takara knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself and get rid of Jai if he could. Behold, the grubby, underhanded struggle between cold traders, and had it not been for your impromptu deal struck in the bar, Vladimir might have succeeded. This cargo belongs to the Von Valencia's dynasty. Is Lord Takara trying to encroach upon the property of a rogue trader? No, your ladyship, I beg you to forgive this wretched serf. Terrible misunderstanding, 1,000 apologies. I won't disturb you further. Gonna be interesting seeing her. Jai watches him hurry away, then looks at you. I wish I could see Vladame's face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, I'm genuinely sorry about this confusion. Vladame and I have had our difficulties, but I never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner. At least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed on our deal, Shireen, my gang and I would have already been floating in orbit around one of the Footfall's asteroids. And yes, my shipment contains Xeno artifacts, possession of which is a death sentence for any commoner. But you, Shireen, do not strike me as a commoner. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, complicit. But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would merely be agreeing to help an unfortunate soul, me, through capture a few containers. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear by the Exalted One, and I do hope that this misunderstanding will not affect our future cooperation. This statement is true, with the exception that you yourself are an uneducated laywoman and a thief who ought to stay away from the technological perversities of non-humans. I am now requesting your preventative disposal. Uneducated? Me? I've held things in my hands that you, cog for brains, can only dream of in your oil-soaked data fantasies. Stop hiding behind piety and lore. You're simply defending your clique's monopoly on anything and everything of interest and monetary value. Damn, that's a line. Tell me about your business on Footfall. The truth of it, and don't leave anything out. Alright then, this isn't my first year in the Expanse. It's not my first year in business either. I've sat at the negotiating table with all sorts. Not just loot hunters or smugglers either, but with Xenos, ones intelligent enough to believe that mutual benefit was a better outcome of our meeting than mutual destruction. I know what the Ecclesiarchy has to say about that, but speaking from the bottom of my heart, I know where the line is between an ordinary deal and a betrayal of humanity, and I never cross it. Principled rogue who can think on her feet and is not afraid of inhumans. I like you more and more, Jai Hadari. There are no chance encounters when you're loved by the Exalted One. I like you more and more too, Shireen. Jai winks and flashes your captivating smile. What the hell? Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, this is going somewhere. Oh my goodness. A rogue trader could use someone with your talents and connections, Jai. I'd like to see in my retinue. Exalted One bless you and your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. It's not every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. Domin, if it is indeed your wish to let this heretic into your retinue, then allow me to carve a vow of service into her tongue. Let the pain prevent her from uttering words of deceit and remind her of obedience. Don't even think about it, you great Kashka. Unless you want me to add a few extra bits of lead to the metal adornments on that sulky mug of yours. Jesus Christ. Avalar gives you a look of reproach. You sully the Von Valencia's name by inviting people like her into your retinue, Lord Captain. The decision is yours, but do not be surprised if unsavory rumors start to spread on Footfall. Argenta regards, Jai. It is a strange circle you are forming around yourself, rogue trader. Sister Argenta, Jai gives an almost lecherous once-over. I've heard all about your deeds on Footfall, but I never would have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. And while we're at it, Shireen, when were you going to reveal your true identity to me? Jai cocks her head to one side, so curiously. I am infinitely flattered by your attention, but if I had known I was talking to a rogue trader, not an envoy of one, I would have shown some decorum. I wanted to talk like normal people do. For a woman of my status, it's a rare treat. That is so human, your ladyship. I guess people at the top have a lot more in common with regular folk than some might think. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. The sass is something. Oh, the sass is something. And one more thing. If you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the Von Valencia's protectorate a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once we get back to your ship, perhaps you could spare me a minute? Sorry, Adira? We're adding Jai because this could be too funny for words. I need this. It's gonna be hilarious. Yep, collect all of that. Snag all the goods that we can get our grubby little fingers on. I mean, not gonna lie, Argenta is definitely
Victory
not
awaits.
bad looking on the eyes, but she's part of the Adeptus Sororitas. Very much, I think, like the, I could be extremely wrong. I do not know Warhammer lore 100%, but I think they don't do anything in general because they are very much like the Astartes. They just don't have that urge. Though in the Astartes case, it's because of all the gene treatment and everything they go through that they just don't want anything. Ever. They're held by duty. Oh. What's this? Okay, yeah. Only thing we need to do is talk to Hieronymus. Then we get out of here, back to the ship, because there is a lot to talk about. No, they are completely infertile creature. They don't even get horny. That's how much the gene therapy has worked in, and they are completely just... They don't want anything. Ever. You know what? I feel like she could be great as a grand strategist. So let's do that. Goes on. Ooh. I actually like that one more. The exact opposite of us here in Horny Jail. Pretty much, yes. Essentially. Okay. Now we need to go find good old Hieronymus. I think he's next. The next place? No. Do the rest of Footfall. There we go. Let's go do that. Do sometimes wish that I don't want to be horny. I want to be happy and such. That's fine. Horny Jail isn't always about being horny. I just started... For people who don't know how Horny Jail started, One of my IRL friends once made a joke that was like, you know, if there was something such as horny jail, you would run it. And that's how horny jail existed, and that's how horny jail came to be a thing. I honestly started horny jail more with just the thought that people can be themselves. You can make dirty jokes, you can have a laugh, and despite the fact that it's quote-unquote a jail, all of us are just kind of here to support each other, have a good laugh, make each other's day. Just be somewhere where people can just have a sense of community. If you don't make dirty jokes, that's fine. If you make dirty jokes, that's fine. It's just how it is.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Where the heck is Hieronymus so that I can go talk to him? Unless it just counts it as over and I don't need to. Wait, does it? Oh, I can just talk to him? Okay, mysterious characters connected to the scattered across. Small key in large windows. Okay, so I don't need to talk to him. I just... yeah. Okay, let's go to this one. I do think I know where it is that it's talking about. I could be wrong. Why is it dark again? But I did open this. What do you mean? It's up in this corner around here somewhere where all those people are sitting.
It's about time.
No. Here, I think. There it is. I must get ready, man. No worries, no worries. You have a good one and take care. And have fun. Hey, it's a killie. Java Gamma refugee. Alright, let's go talk to them.
Victory awaits.
The refugees from Java Gamma are looking at you, some with apprehensive frowns and some with unconcealed gratitude. I need information. What happened on Java Gamma and how did you end up here? Made people annihilate me probably. What did you do? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Java Gamma. Maybe there isn't even a Java Gamma anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from orbit, listening to one Voxcast after another. We realized there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then it was like our crew went mad somehow. Captain smashed his own head against a cogitator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to Footfall. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened. What became of the ship that you used to get here? It is the property of the von Valencius dynasty. Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky it got us all the way to Footfall. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use for it anymore. It doesn't look like it's going to fly anywhere. And the local recollegers have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take apart whatever is left, scavenge some components. You were hurling accusations at your masters. That is a sign of treason and must be punished accordingly. No, these guys have already had some rough stuff to go through, so we're not going to do that to them. Okay. What we are going to do, however... Oh. Okay. Familiar figure turns to you. Heinrich von Kallox, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, bows his head respectfully. Lord Captain. Honored interrogator, what a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Versurian. Not in the habit of leaving a trail, but I thank you for your concern. Greetings, interrogator. To what do I owe the pleasure of this latest visit? Only our mutual duty to humanity. It is that duty that demands that I disturb your peace once more. I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rickard Menoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds. This time yours, Lord Captain. Heinrichs clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Coronos Expanse, the rogue traitor of House von Valancius is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds of great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Calcazar. I brought only traps and 4 satchels, and I trapped everything. Tara's bounty place, red plate. Jesus Christ. Keely being a little bastard. That's what Keely is. Why would you do? That's nasty. That's dirty. What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew? It was fun? Fine. The cause is the activity of humanity's enemies, including the cult of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in the Coronos Expanse has changed. I received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the Von Valancius worlds lie. You probably already know about the fate of the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. If not, then I will share what details I know, but not here. Better to talk on board, or we will not be overheard. I welcome the agent of the Golden Throne aboard my ship and take on the responsibility of assisting him in the fight against the evil that threatens humanity. Heinrichs gives a reserved nod, an answer befitting a righteous servant of the Emperor. If duty has brought you aboard the rogue trader ship once more, then such is the Emperor as well. Welcome back, interrogator. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be traveling with one of the blessed Adeptus Sororitas. The Inquisition? You never mention you socialize with such distinguished servants of the Emperor. Albeit it takes someone truly remarkable to warrant such eminent and close attention. Jai lets out a laugh. Heinrichs glances at her and tilts his head slightly. Mistress Adari, ever since my first visit to Footfall, I've been hearing about your colleagues and personal talents. But I'm afraid your full name escapes me. Would you kindly refresh my memory? Laughter gets stuck in Jai's throat. She pales slightly, but still forces an apologetic smile. I don't mind, Shireen. Let my full name remain naught but a stray sound to you, plain and uninteresting. I must also deliver this to you. Heinrichs pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specifically specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have the time. And that's pretty it. May the Emperor's faithful forever remain in the light of his favor. Let me first express my condolences on the tragic death of the most honorable Theodora von Valancius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn that the warrant of the rogue trader has been passed to a worthy and promising heir. These words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion of your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the von Valancius dynasty in an hour most dire, when grim portents of dark events to come are surfacing throughout the Coronos Expanse. I have been duty-bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, and I hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that will unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. And so I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favor. From now on you have a trusted friend within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in an exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out the most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in the success of your partnership and thank you for your contribution, both past and future. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship or do you still have business on Footfall? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. Yeah, it's time for us to ETFO.
A new challenge for me.
be fair, it was my idea, but I had fun because I didn't have to shoot people. I got a streamer the same way twice, and the second reaction was there's a clip that was, oh no, I'll have to watch that definitely. I'll definitely have to watch that. Oh my goodness. Oh, my back just popped. Just immediately a gout of blood from fucking Cabela. Lord Captain, the inspection of the ship's systems is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel. Except there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia makes a quick, nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. I have been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double-check the routine to Dragonus and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the Atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the Atlas, one after another, and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is roiling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Argenta angrily chops the air with the side of her palm. Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics and demons. It is a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. Now we can be certain that the problems with the astropathic communication in the Coronis expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in your way, Lord Captain. It is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valencia's protectorate as soon as possible. I'm talking about Janus, Dargonus, and Kavia Gamma, or Kiava Gamma. Charting new routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be necessary next step. What would be the consequences of losing contact with these worlds? A world deprived of connection to its neighboring systems and the Coronis expanse's infrastructure can only rely on itself, and their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, Xenos, anyone could prey on the helpless planet. The loss of communication is a threat to your position. A rogue trader with no protector to back them is one that grows weaker by the day. Voxmaster is entirely correct. You're a rogue trader, the successor of Theodora von Valencius, one of the most influential women this side of the mall, but you're also new to the business of governing. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It is important to show potential allies and foes that you're in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we reclaim these lost worlds, the better. I send it to you. Okay. The fact that he knows who I meant, oh no, they know. A faint smile appears on Cabela's lips. If the faithless decide that your worlds are easy prey, that is good. You'll find enough enemies in your domain then, and we will kill them. The Undying One will look upon us with approval. Tell me about Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated as an agri-world. It is a powerful food base capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor House of Viat. Under its leadership, the world has grown ever more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. What is Kiava Gamma? Industrial world Kiava Gamma is being managed by the governor House of Gaprak and supplies your protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus Manufactorum that processes materials and prepares them for shipment. I testify that Kiava Gamma is a world marked by the Omnissiah's patronage. By his grace, the manufactorums of the colony are inhabited and committed by industrious machine spirits. Heinrich coughs quietly. Mr. Solomon neglected to mention that the Kiava Gamma Manufactorum also supplies heavy machinery, from forage harvesters to vessel systems and components. Yes, you should go eat. Abelard turns his hard eyes on Heinrich's. You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, Van Kellogg's. Please be of service. What do I need to know about Dargonus? Dargonus is the heart and soul of your protectorate. It is where the main administrative resources and storage facilities are. And so is the Von Valencia's palace. If you'd like to know, this is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonus is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo and fleet, keeps track of finances. Very well. Okay, you know what? Let's ask Abelard for his advice. Abelard, what is your opinion? Which world should we deal with first? Abelard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply. Rediscovering the agri-world will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do without: sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I'm considered by the rumors concerning Kiava Gamma. There have been no problems on Janus for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. Trust I do not have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughingstock of the other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledgers would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe. Oh, paperwork. So all three systems are equally vital to the Protectorate. It falls on you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest. Jesus, my voice. Fries are always good. Very well, our course is clear. Do my officers have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately should you so desire. Motherfucker, that was a lot. Okay, I'm sorry you joined as I'm ending Keely, but holy shit, there is just so much talking. Oh, so much talking. So I'm gonna save my game. If anyone has a suggestion of where they want me to drop people off, speak now, or forever hold your peace. Let me see who's even live. Even if I sometimes have someone to raid, it's always nice having new people. So if there is someone that you want me to raid, tell me. Let me know, and we can go do that. Unfortunately, like I said, I tend to keep it 4 hours on when I'm doing Rogue Trader, just because it's a lot of reading and it murders my voice. So I'm trying not to kill my voice any more than it needs to be murdered. Sure, we can go raid Deckham, why not? Let's go do that. Hold my peace if you say so. Scandalous. Very scandalous. How dare you? It's Deckham 82, right? Poppy playtime? Let me see. Okay, sure. Let's go do that. Okay, I'm gonna drop you guys off with Deckham. He's playing Poppy Playtime 2. And an awesome little soul that Hilly knows. So I hope you guys enjoy your time with him and with the fun and games. I'm back tomorrow with It Takes Two with Fox. But right after that, I am jumping straight into Date Everything, so that I can make progress on the game, because Saturday I want to play Cyberpunk so that I can like bounce between all 4 in those 3 days. Try and at least finish that as well, everything. Date Everything has been interesting, Killy. I accidentally may have done a 7.5 hour stream just playing the game. No one said no one said that. Alright. Please do take care of yourselves. Go say hi to Deckham. And I will see all of you again tomorrow night. Have a good one, and see you soon.